The next stop is On the Radar Radio.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Yeah.
Yes, sir, baby. On the Radar Radio. Yo, special guest in the building. XLOVCLO in the building. Hello.
Hello, what's up, what's up?
How you feeling today?
Feeling pretty good, a little nervous though.
Why are you nervous?
Because I'm in On the Radar.
Oh,
And
thank
it's
you.
it's legendary.
Oh, thank you. I'm happy to have you here. It's funny because so I was watching your other interview. I want to say the name of the podcast, right? Breativity. Shout out Breativity out in Atlanta.
Shout out Breativity.
I was watching that interview, right? And you know, we were on the way here today. We were trying to figure out like, okay, how do we pronounce her name? And I know he said it, but I was watching it a couple of days ago, so I was like, I forgot. But you told me that. Well, your team told me first of all when they walked in that there's two ways you like to say your name,
Yeah,
right?
it's two ways.
And there's two meanings behind each. There's a meaning behind each one, correct?
Yeah.
So explain to me each way and each meaning, because I feel like this is a good way just to kind of let people know it's like this is how you say her name.
So for real, I'm gonna go with the first way I say it, which is Clo versus Clo, which was like the original one.
Okay.
And it just means me versus me, and it's just like life. I feel like in life, like you're constantly like, you know, dealing with things, but like the main thing you have to deal with is yourself, so you can really progress everywhere else. And, you know, having to keep yourself cool and just navigating life as an adult.
Okay. And then the other way.
XLOVCLO, which is like a letter. Like I'm writing a letter to somebody, or like penning a letter, and then this is like my farewell speech, like XLOVCLO.
Why is it your farewell speech?
Because it's a new me being born type stuff. So it's like
Within the music.
Yeah, within the music. Like I'm progressing, and I'm just growing as a person through the music and through the art. So that's why it's like a letter.
Was this like for you, like with the name, did you always intend for it to kind of be that type of statement? Or was it just like over time, you was like, oh, you know what? That's what this means.
Over time, because like I've watched Scott Pilgrim like 20 times at least, probably.
Okay.
So I kept like watching Scott Pilgrim, and every time I saw it, I would notice something like different about the movie. And then subconsciously, it just started really like influencing me. And like, you know what I mean? Because it's like an anime, live action anime type joint. But yeah.
How do you feel about the anime that they're making
Which one?
for Scott?
For real?
You didn't know this?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's gonna be on Netflix. They're making like an anime version of it with all the like the voice actors from the movie.
Seriously?
Swear to God.
That's fire. That's fire. I have all the books at my house, so that's
Oh,
that's
for real? I'm surprised that didn't cross like your radar at all, like amongst everything. I feel like
That's
you.
crazy.
Yeah.
Is it on Twitter like or something?
Yeah, it was on Twitter.
Yeah, I didn't see. That's crazy. I be on Twitter heavy, so that's crazy. I didn't see.
I think they announced that shit like 2 months ago.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn, I don't know what I was doing.
But believe it or not, like I never fully saw Scott Pilgrim until like in its totality until like a year ago.
Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, I loved it. It was great. It was just always one of those movies like, you know when you turn on the TV and it's like halfway through the movie?
Yeah.
It was like one of those movies. I would always turn on the TV. I'm like, oh shit, Scott Pilgrim's on. But I never had watched it from point A to point B. And I had always just seen like, you know, midway through to the end or the beginning to the middle, some shit like that. And I finally got to see it like from beginning to end. I'm like, oh, everything makes so much more sense now that I watched it in context from the beginning to the end.
Yeah, it has a lot going on. And I remember like the first time I watched it was like when it came out, and I watched it with my family. But like ever since then, I just watched it over and over and over again. And I just learned
It's like a
something
comfort
about the
movie.
Yeah, it's a comfort movie. And then, like the editing is great. Transition is great. I feel like the storyline is great. Everything about it is just like great, in my opinion.
Yeah. Plus, if you look at it like however, is it almost, I want to say it's 20 years. It'd be like 15 years.
15.
Something like that.
It came out like 2009, I think.
Yeah, so almost 15. Even if you look at it 15 years later, you see who's in it. It's kind of crazy because like it's like Brie Larson.
They had all-stars, I'm not gonna lie.
Chris Evans, bro who played Superman in 2004. I forgot his name. But like you look at the actors and then you're like, oh shit. Like you look at where some of them are now and you're like, wow, like this movie really has like an all-star cast. Like in 2023, it's like an all-star cast. But back then it was still like a lot of upcoming actors. But that's why I think it's cool how they're gonna make it into the anime too, because they're gonna have all those people like come back and redo the voice acting and shit like that.
I hope they do like multiple seasons though, with like based on different books type thing.
I think it's a seasonal thing. I don't think it's like a movie, something like that. That could be cool. But how do you feel like that movie's influenced like your sound and whatnot? Because like I noticed like in music in general, like we've seen how it's influenced like Uzi, right?
Yeah,
With his cover art and things like that. So how do you feel like has that movie influenced you in like what ways? Whether it be like aesthetically, or well, you already said what's your name, but like in other ways, like through the music, cover arts, things like that.
I really like a lot of my cover art is animated and stuff. So I feel like that type of like, I don't know, like the fun and like the whimsical part of it, like it's kind of incorporated to my ideas creatively. Cause I try to go for like not wacky stuff, but like something like cool, creative, and like animated. So like I like a lot of animes and stuff. Or like I don't know what it's called.
What's your favorite anime right now?
Parasite.
Parasite?
It's been my favorite for the past few years.
What's that one about? I don't think I've heard that one.
It's about, what was it about? Okay, so basically there's these parasites that fall from space.
Okay.
And then they infect the brain or whatever.
Yeah.
And then while you're sleeping, they're like going up your nose or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
But this guy, I forget what his name was, but the main character, it got into his body or whatever, but it only got into his right hand, which is me, the main character, other than him. But it only got into his right hand, so he starts being able to like transform his right hand and stuff. It's crazy. Like, it's really crazy. You'd have to watch
nuts.
it. It's really crazy.
My friend convinced me to watch like the first episode of One Piece last night.
Did you like it?
It was cool. Yeah.
It's a lot.
I always have like a 1 episode hump. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta, but like I guess in One Piece it's more like a 10 episode hump because you gotta get through the beginning. It's like I guess you could say like it's like Dragon Ball. Like you gotta get through like the early Dragon Ball to really get to like the good stuff in like Dragon Ball Z and shit like that. But that's kind of but I liked it. You watched One Piece?
I'm pretty sure I watched it when I was younger, like with my brother.
Okay.
Because he's the reason I like anime low key. Because he would be watching it like hella, like Dragon Ball Z, Naruto, One Piece, Bleach, and like a bunch of others.
Oh, okay. So with you, right? So you grew up in PG County, right?
I grew up PG and Moco, and I moved around the DMV too.
Okay, so you moved around. What was the reason for moving around a lot?
I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. We would just move like a lot.
Okay.
I think my mom would get like new jobs or something. So, yeah.
Was that tough for you, like going in and out of different schools?
Yeah, I really stopped talking to people and got like kind of annoyed with like social interaction because I knew I was finna move in a few months. So it's like it was kind of no point for me to like build up friendships and stuff, in my opinion. But yeah.
So was music like your outlet, or was it like anime? Like what was kind of like your outlet when you weren't really being so social with other people?
Music, like every single day in 4th grade. I would be writing songs and stuff. Like, I still got the journal and everything. I would be writing songs during recess. I didn't really like playing with other kids. Like, yeah, that was cool, but I would rather, like, write a rap or write a song or, like, play the piano or, like, do something, like, instrumental.
Okay. So you started writing. So what were you listening to at that point?
Drake.
Just
Drake.
What's your favorite Drake album?
Probably... I think, it's probably Nothing Was the Same, actually.
Okay.
Nothing was, or no. What was it? No, I think it's Nothing Was the Same.
Nothing Was the Same. I'm Take Care.
Take Care. Damn, that's a good one, too, because he has, what is it, Over My Dead Body on that joint, and a whole bunch of other
Well, how
hits,
old were you when Nothing Was the Same came out?
That was like 2013, 2012?
Yeah.
I was 10 years old or 9 years old.
10 years old, 9 years old. I was, when Take Care came out, I was 14. 15? I think it just depends when you, like, what age you were when it came out, too. Because that's what I noticed. Like, I feel like people my age, because I turn 27 tomorrow, what I noticed is that people my age, like, they either pick Take Care or they pick Views. But the reason why they would pick Views is because we were in college when Views came out. So, like, that was, like, the summer of, like, One Dance and Controller. But then, like, people who might be, like, a little younger in their earlier 20s will pick, like, Nothing Was the Same or If You're Reading This It's Too Late. Because Nothing Was the Same was kind of like middle school for y'all.
Yeah.
And like nothing, and If You're Reading This Is Too Late is like high school. Like that's around the time that Take Care came out for me. So it's interesting when I ask people that because everybody's got a different opinion, but it just depends on like how old you were at that time that album came out. Not saying you don't like the other ones either. Because
I love all Drake's music. I don't know. It just like I really was like raised on Drake, Neo, Rihanna, and then as I got older, I started like getting into more like Party Next Doors, SZA's. Yeah.
Right. And then obviously like, you know, the SoundCloud type of era as well too. With that, like, because, you know, people, well, you listen to those people, like, you would think that, like, that would be the type of music you make. But obviously the type of music you make is more in line with, you know, the early influence of, like, those SoundCloud days. We talked about Uzi and whatnot. So when did that kind of start playing into the music, like, well, the music that you like, but also then the music that you ended up creating too?
I'm trying to think, because it's like, the way I create, it's like something just pops into my mind and then I like kind of reiterate it. Like it just comes to, it's like a wave of kind of like emotions. And then when I find something that I really like, I'll like lay it down type shit. So,
right.
Yeah.
What do you consider yourself, like what type of artist? Like in terms like, cause I saw the term plug being thrown around, but I feel like whenever I see those terms being thrown around, especially an artist like yourself, like you have your own definition of like what, you know, like what people label you as normally isn't what you think of yourself as. Too.
Yeah, nah, definitely. Like I feel like I'm more so R&B, and I feel like I'm headed for more like a mainstream type of lane.
Okay.
Like, instead of like the underground stuff. Like I enjoy it, it's fun and it's cool, but I feel like I want something that goes beyond that and has much more like longevity. Like say like Cardi, for example, Uzi, for example. We've been seeing these guys for almost like more than like almost 10 years. Low key, almost 10 years they've been active and stuff. And like I want something like that to where like it's like you see where they started, you see where they came from, you see what they built, and then you see them now. I want something like that, like a lot of longevity.
Okay. Like they're still like, I mean, they're not considered underground, but their sound is like that. You know what I'm saying? But it's mainstream. Like they make it like they made it mainstream. In my opinion. They made it mainstream and they have the mainstream hits too. So with you, right? Obviously WTF went crazy, right? Yeah. I was actually just watching the Lil Nas X TikTok, right?
Yeah, he was making some TikToks to that joint.
When did you first start noticing that song was kind of like, okay, like this is becoming like the one?
I seen a couple like posts of mine, like I posted on TikTok. I seen a couple posts going up, didn't really like think too much of it. But then I remember one day, I think I had like a meeting or something, and then I just realized like this joint is kind of going crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like last year. I was still living with my mom and stuff, and then it just started to click when I saw how many videos it was, how many like times I was getting tagged, and like other stuff like that.
Okay, so it wasn't, but then the Lil Nas one came down the line a little bit further, right?
Yeah, that came down a little further. Like,
was he like the most shocking for you that kind of did something with that sound?
I think him, Doechii, and Doja Cat. Those were the most shocking ones. So yeah.
Did they reach out to you at all, or did you get to?
I spoke with Doechii. I really like Doechii. She's super cool, very nice energy. I didn't get to talk to the two others though. Not yet, at least.
What did you and Doechii just talk about? Just had like casual convo?
I'm not gonna lie, she actually wanted to get on the song and stuff.
Oh, like for like the remix?
Yeah, but I didn't have the open for it yet.
So that was before you signed to Island, correct?
Yeah, that was before I signed.
So that obviously, I'm sure that's the song that got you noticed by. So how far down the line after that did Island come into the picture and sign you?
Like last year in August. And then that blew up in like March, April, so yeah. A couple months after.
What was the decision to go with Island?
Honestly, they had they've been seeing what I've been doing, and they showed that they like really believed in me, and like it's a real team and it's like a real family there. So that's why I went with them, because it really aligned with my values and what I like to see for artists and just life stuff. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Like, I think it's cool because like I actually first discovered you through Chris's album too. Like, cause
Chris is hard.
I think I interviewed Chris, I think maybe like a month before the album came out, but we put it out the week of. But I remember they had sent me the album early, and I'm like, yeah, this girl's fire. And then like I, did my little ones and twos, saw that record. So when like you popped up in the conversation to come this time, I was like, oh yeah, like I know her. I've been fucking with her since last summer.
Thank you.
But I think it's cool how, cause I seen you with Chris. I think I saw a picture of you with like Mikey Polo and Dami and whatnot. So when we're talking about like relationships, like. And obviously they all from the DMV area too. Like, what is your relationships with all of them? Like, how long have you guys all kind of been connected or known each other? Was it all just through music or?
It's been through music, but we're all from the same place. We're all from the DMV, and I feel like we all seen how hard it was to like come up out of the DMV. And I'm still coming up, obviously, but like them, it really just inspires me and stuff, like how they're doing what they're doing. But to answer your question, we all been connected since like last year, but I think I connected with Dami 2021, same with Mikey Polo. I met Chris last out of all of them.
Okay. Were you, because I saw you said that, maybe it was during the interview, but I saw you said that you used to engineer yourself too, right? Do you still engineer for yourself or other people, or?
I do for myself. Like, I don't really like recording other people, but I'll definitely do it like from time to time when I have people over and they want to like get a song in or whatever. So yeah, I still do it.
Do you mix and master yourself too?
I used to, like, when I was fresh to the SoundCloud era, or not to the SoundCloud era, but like when I was fresh releasing music, I would mix and master my own stuff and just like put it out. Yeah.
And then you realize you're like, maybe I need another set of ears.
Yeah.
You know what I think it is too? Like when you create something, like once you're done with it and like, before the mix and mastering, you're just kind of like, all right, cool. I just want to get through the mix and mastering part so I can get this bitch out. And then it's just like, shit, wait, maybe not. Maybe maybe somebody else needs to take their time. Because I'm sure it's like you rush through it because you're like, all right, I want to finish this, get this done so I can put it out there.
I would make a song on a Friday, be like, I want to release today. I'll make a song on a Friday, release it that same day, mix and master it. Of course, I'm doing that all within like 8 hours.
Yeah.
8 hours from the time I wake up to like 2 p.m. or something because I want to release it like 3. So that was like hectic as hell.
So who do you go to mix and master yourself now?
I think his name is Alec Ness.
Shout out Alex Ness.
Shout out Alec.
Shout out Alex. You know, it's funny because like when I was going through, like I like seeing who, you know, when we were talking about obviously your relationship with the guys, like I like seeing who people know in the industry. Like I like seeing who follows you, who you follow. Someone who follows you who is like probably the most random person who could have followed you that I would have noticed is Riff Raff.
Yeah,
Like-
I fuck with Riff Raff.
like-
I fuck with Riff Raff heavy.
That was really like out of like left field. Like I saw that, I'm like, all right, cool. Riff Raff freestyle may be out now. I don't know if it's out, but it's coming if it's not. But really random seeing Riff Raff. What is the connection with Riff Raff?
I'm gonna promote real quick. Might be something coming this year, next year. I don't know, but when it comes out, stream it. It's gonna be legendary. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be a real thing. You know what I mean?
So he reached out to you first, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Fire. So how long ago did you guys record this joint?
I'm not gonna lie, it's not made yet. I'm just
Oh, it's
speaking
not
into
made yet. You just put it
existence. I'm speaking into existence. But yeah.
Yo, you know what's so funny? We did Riff Raff in Miami, and me and Calvin and a lot of us were excited. And shout out Toby on my team. Toby goes, oh, I hope this is Toby walking up the stairs right now. Is it Toby walking up the stairs? Please tell me it's Toby walking up the stairs. Fuck. Okay, never mind. Nah, she would have been running. She would have been stomping up the stairs by now. It's not her. But Toby goes, she asked us why we were excited. She's like, why are you so excited for this person? I said, have you never watched Spring fucking Breakers? Have you never like heard of this man? Have you never listened to this man's freestyles? Like, we were so excited for Riff Raff, and she just didn't understand.
Yeah, he's definitely like. I
Killed that shit
remember
too, yeah.
he first came out when I was in like middle school or something. Every single day they would be playing his music.
Every day. It's like him and like Lil B.
Yeah, Lil B is crazy. That was elementary for me.
Yeah.
Though. I'm not gonna lie though. I got hip to Lil B like 2021.
Okay.
Damn.
Sorry.
But I love Bass God now, so it's all good.
Damn. What was give me a line? What's the lines from Riff Raff's freestyle that you like about the trapezoid? He said what?
Hazelnut Harrison Ford at age 4. My favorite shape was a trapezoid.
He freestyled about a trapezoid.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's hard, right?
That's crazy. I couldn't do that, but that's fire.
That's tough. But yeah, so that's coming soon. So okay, we're gonna manifest that for you. I like that for you.
Thank you.
I love your Twitter too, right? Because you're one of those people, like, you know, you're talking about Twitter, but you're very much on Twitter, and I feel like when I was scrolling through your Twitter, it's literally just like, it feels like your intrusive thoughts just went and you tweet them out.
Definitely. Like sometimes I'll just tweet like not the wildest thing I could think of, but like just something really stupid, just to hopefully make somebody laugh. But yeah.
I'm trying to, well, two tweets. I got like, I'm a little more serious one and a funny one. Like one, you said you want to leave the DMV.
Yeah.
Why do you want to leave the DMV?
I'm so bored of the DMV. It's not too much happening. Like crime rate going up. It's really just like it's starting to become like a silly place to me. Plus I travel kind of a lot, so I've seen like other places now. So it's like, damn, I'm really like,
You wanna
I
go
don't want
somewhere
to be
else?
here. Yeah, I want to be somewhere else.
Yeah. Who told me about the carjackings and the 3-0 Black? I think it was 3-0 Black.
Yeah.
Do you remember it was a 3-0? It was probably 3. It was 3-0 or A1. I think 3-0 was like, yeah, bro. He's like, what did he tell me he saw on the DMV one time? He said he saw a drop top minivan.
I'm not surprised. There'd be some crazy stuff out there.
I was
Like,
in DC too. But okay, on a funny tweet, right? You said, Adam22, I have a job for you. I told you. That's why I said you let your intrusive thoughts win.
I don't know.
You don't even know what the hell that was?
I don't know because I know I was on Discord. We were talking about Adam22. I don't know. That was the intrusive thoughts.
That was the intrusive thoughts winning. But other people who I saw that you follow, who I would really love to see you do some stuff with, were like Caribou and Anicia.
Oh, I love them. I really like them.
You haven't gotten to meet them yet? I'm assuming, right?
Nah. I've spoken to Anicia over text, and I follow Car and stuff.
Does
but
Car know about you yet or no?
I don't know.
She'll know after today. I got you.
Bet.
I got you. That's easy. That's
But
easy.
yeah, I really like their stuff. And you know Woo the Savage?
Of course I know Woo. Does Woo know you yet?
No.
I got you. Just,
I'm definitely a fan though of like their work and stuff.
like literally give me 5 minutes after this interview. I got you. But I will. They are super dope. I love them too, and I would love to see you do some stuff with them next time you're in Atlanta. That'd be fire.
Nah, for sure.
So what are we working on right now? I know you said EP on the way.
Yeah,
right?
EP on the way.
What else we have cooking?
Couple singles, music videos,
Okay.
vlogs. It's gonna be a bunch of stuff coming out. So yeah.
When do you think we're gonna get the EP?
Soon.
Soon.
Probably before the year's over, I'd say.
Okay. Word. So what do you hope to accomplish by the end of this year? Since we're talking about that, like, where do you hope to be by December 31st?
December 31st. Honestly, if I could like have anything, I would really just want to, release the EP and just drop a solid project and like drop a work of art that's gonna be classic and timeless. Like that's really all I want right now. So by December 31st, I want my project to be out. I want some videos to be out with it. I want it to, you know, do well, and I want it to like connect with people.
Word. Well, I'm excited for that.
Thank you.
Well, a lot of time people see this freestyle now. Go check that out. Make sure you go run that shit up. Before we get up out of here, anything else you want to let the people know where they can follow you at? All that good stuff. Now's the time to do it. This camera on the right.
Camera on the right. Okay. You can follow me everywhere at XLOVCLO on all social media platforms, except for TikTok.
Except for TikTok.
It's XLOVCLO.
There you go. Well, make sure you go run up her freestyle. Make sure you go follow her. Go show her some love. Go show her some support. Love us free. Support us free. But y'all already knew that. Till next time, we out on the radar. Pow. Love.